Holy, no transition, just like dead on, just switched to me. That's actually insane. Now, I've messed around with my stuff a little bit. I think I fixed it. So hopefully no more crashes. Because that would suck. I hate crashes. Crashes are terrible. And I think my camera might be a bit high now. It might be tall. It might be a little too tall. I think. Maybe. Perhaps. Perhaps it may be a little too tall. I'm not 100% sure. Can you hear my chair move? What was that noise that showed up on my bar? I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, I figured out what was wrong. I'm really bright. Let me turn it down. I think that's good enough. I figured out what was wrong with my Streamlabs. It's because my second monitor uses integrated graphics. So when I go to change scenes, it's trying to load the graphics from my GPU instead of my CPU, and it's crashing my stream. But I fixed it now, and I fixed it just by moving Streamlabs to my main monitor every time I want to do something. So that's what we're going to be doing from now on. Because I feel like it. But anyhow, why am I so bright? Why am I so bright? We're gonna have an agenda today. We're actually gonna be doing things today. Instead of being bums. We're gonna be actually like playing games. I've chosen 2 itch.io games that I want to play and turn into YouTube videos later, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be playing, it's called I'm changing the stream title, Your Happy Place. Place. Your Happy Place. Dude, I hate horror. ... Bracket, your happy place, close bracket. Is there a streaming category for your happy place? Your happy place. Place. Oh my god, it's a thing. I wonder if it's probably not TOS, right? Prob's not. The Night of 87? The Night of 87? Well, that's kind of crazy. Alright, let me know if anything's too loud for you, and I will change it immediately. Alright, no issues doing that. That's awesome sauce. Bop, bop, bop. I'm sending very minimal kilobits over to Twitch right now. 1 second. That's someone else's stream. Hold up. Let me see if I can fix it. Alright, that's not making any noise. That's awesome sauce. It says I'm sending 6,000 kilobits over to Twitch, so I don't know why it's doing this. I've got my face up 3 times. 1 second. Let me quickly touch my streaming 6,000 CBR bitrate. It should be at 6,000. It should not be fluctuating. That is okay. That is fine. That is whatever. Whatever the weather. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Whatever. What? Whatever, dude. Honest. Honest to source. My god, my YouTube video got 2 views. Wait, that's awesome sauce. I got no watch time though, so that's fine. 41-second duration. That's epic. I mean, it's way more than normal, but there's none today, so that's fine. 0 watch hours. 400 impressions. Alright, that's whatever. I'm not too stressed about it. It was a really long video. It was like 2 hours where I played 12 minutes. That was ages ago at this point. I can't even believe that. I barely have any videos out. I'm actually just like messing around right now instead of like doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Damn. That's crazy. Hopefully, I will learn quickly how to do this and we won't be doing this shit forever and we'll actually be goated. And I'll have a lot more stuff up on my YouTube and I will become the greatest streamer of all time. Okay. Sorry for being annoying. I'll lock in. Holy shit. 1 second. Alright. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff today, which means we're also gonna be doing, we're gonna be doing YouTube. We're gonna be watching videos for the first time ever on the streaming. For the first time ever on Twitch. For me. We're gonna be watching... I'll pull it up. I really need to get a transition. Swipe. Done. Wait. Direction? Right. Done. Close. Awesome. We have a transition now. So we're gonna be watching The Diary of a Wimpy... The Diary of a Wimpy Kid Theory by Alex Bale. This came out 7 days ago. 2.8 million views. I've been putting this off so that we could do this. I'm hyped. This is only 30 minutes. And then we're going to be watching The Internet's Deepest Rabbit Hole, which by this down here, I'm assuming, has something to do with, I don't know, has something to do with the dead internet theory, I'm assuming. But that's what we're doing in terms of videos, but that's after. But I picked out some games that we will be playing. Let me pull them up. I've downloaded them already, so no stress with that. I just need to export them. Extract. Here we go. Browse. Games. Select file. Extract. 7 gigabytes. That might take a second. Okay. But we're gonna be starting with Your Happy Place. It's like a backrooms liminal. It's only meant to be like 20 minutes or something. So that should be pretty quick, all things considered. And then I will be running what was the game called? I should know this stuff already. I've been planning this. I've been planning. For the first time ever, I've been planning. Oh, it's called like Alien Voice. Like Alien something. I was just looking at it. Voice of the Void by Mr. Dianos, which I'll be linking the games and the videos in the description of the stream if you wanted to check them out yourself. But that's the idea, that's the plan, that's what we're going to be doing today. Hopefully, it'll all go smoothly. Hopefully, it'll all go well. And hopefully, I will be awesome sauce. And it'll all go perfect. I mean, it would suck if it went terrible. I mean, that would just be, yeah, that would be really, really not fun, I think. But should go well. I'm hoping everything goes awesome. 4 minutes. It's nearly finished. How is it gonna take 4 minutes? Are we serious? But yeah. Hopefully that sounds good to everyone. Hopefully that's okay. To the one person watching this YouTube video. That would be awesome sauce. Can I ban myself from my own chat? Edit chat identity. 46 messages. Have I really messaged that much? Oh my god. Currently dealing with stream error. I'm just reading my chats from like ages ago. It's just me being like, oh, it's really not working right now. All right. I think everything's ready. So almost at the 30-minute mark, I'm almost getting ready to just hop into the game, I think. Alright, I'm gonna cut out the music. Do you want to allow public and private access to networks? I suppose. Oh, okay. This is weird. Hold up. Let me pull up stream. Bang. Yoink. It's not up. I don't know why it's not up. Hold up. Oh, it's cooked. Alright, we're locked. I think. I'm gonna slide this over here. That can just sit there. That can close. Alright. Okay, there's two. I really hope this game isn't like really scary, because I really don't like being scared. Yourhappyplace.avi. Oh wow, this is How do I open settings? Is it meant to look like this? Okay, I'm just gonna assume that it's meant to look like this. Oh my god, the camera moves so weirdly. What is that? Everything is so pixelated. Oh no. Hold up. I need to turn up game volume. Go -6. It's, oh my god, this is so weird. I'm really nervous for this, I can't lie. I don't really play horror games. I've never really played horror games, so I'm a little scared, to be honest. Like, my first horror game experience is The Quarry. And that shit is not even a horror game, that is a thriller game. But I barely even started this. I already feel like the pit in my stomach. Oh my god. I'm assuming... this is the way that I have to go. It's so... oh my god. This is... it's really weird. I mean, the vibe's kind of cool. The graphics must be, like, really good. I mean, I think it's probably just the filter, right, that's making it look like this. Am I supposed to be going this way? I don't have a body, I've realized. It's just getting louder. Oh my god. What is that in the distance, dude? Oh my god, those are power lines. Could I even open this? I'm guessing not. Oh, you can run. It's like a camera. It's like it's like it's on a camera. It's like I'm wearing a GoPro. Oh my god. I already know I'm not gonna like this. Ooh, oh man. I already know I'm not gonna like this. I already know this is gonna be terrible. This house up here, it reminds me of something that I've seen. If anyone knows, I watched a Jacksepticeye video a very long time ago where he plays like a Doom copy, but it's not like a horror, but it's like a story. Am I meant to get through here? Fuck me. The walking in this game is not it. I wonder if I can go up here. No. Okay. I wonder where am I supposed to be going? Maybe this way. Nothing even frightening's happened. I'm just like walking around. There's like there's like nothing really for me to look at. Head up. I still can't like change anything. Hold on, I'm just gonna change title again. We're gonna actually hop out of this. We're gonna go just chatting. We're gonna switch to just chatting. And reactions. Oh, okay. Where do you think I'm supposed to go? I mean, like, I want to get down there and check out the boombox, to be honest. Like, that's kind of what I want to do right now, but maybe I have to go up here. I'm trying to figure out how, like, if like the gates do open and I'm not clicking the right button, maybe. Because this is a gate, is it not? I mean, it looks like a gate. Like, why can't I not open it? I must be missing something. I have to be. I have to be missing something. Nope. I've just walked back and forth. It's just like all like fences. Is it not? Where even am I? Like what's the story behind this? Like what is my character? Where is my character right now? Dude, it's so quiet. It's like the wind and then like the walking. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan personally. I don't know. Is that a pathway? Maybe I'm meant to go down there. It's so pixelated. It's so pixelated. It's actually really hard to see anything. It's actually really hard to see anything. I don't know. Okay, I meant to go this way. This is the way that I'm supposed to go. Okay. Jeez. I'm actually on the edge of my seat. What is this? Hello? What the fuck? Did I come down here? Did I fall? No. No, dude. Oh, you're kidding. You're joking. You're kidding. You're kidding. You're kidding. You're kidding. It's an elevator. I have to voluntarily go down here. have to voluntarily go all the way down here and go into whatever abyss is in front of me right now. Is that correct? Hello? Okay, hold up. I don't like this. I hate how it does that. What the fuck? What is that? What are those? I can't tell if they're getting closer to me or not. Or if they just... What the fuck? Dude, I swear, if I get jumped right now, I'm gonna tweak. Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this. Window. I wonder if I can see into the future. What is that? Okay, that's a lamp. Okay, this is very Backrooms-esque. I know it said that on the webpage when I downloaded the game. But yeah, no, this is very Backrooms. Very Backrooms liminal. But I guess that's what they're going for. What is that? Okay, that's just a sliding door. Garbage bin in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't do anything. It just sits there and collects rubbish. I see, I see. Like, what are these spots on the camera? Okay. My guess is I have to go through here. No, I'm blocked off. So I can't get down there. Odds are I have to go through here. Okay, well, if you've seen the Backrooms movie, you know that you should never go this way. So... I really don't like this. It's just fucking black. It's just pitch black. I'm good. I don't want to go down there. Surely there's somewhere else I can go. The fact that you can sprint is... The fact that you can sprint is actually, like, really not it for me. Okay, that's just a window. I can't get through here? Are we certain? Fuck me, fuck me. Like, I get that I'm not disabled, but, like, surely I can just walk through here, right? Like, can we jump this, maybe? And then I could just go down there instead of through this. Okay. Okay. Ah. What is that? Oh, it's eyes. It's eyes. It's eyes. Fuck. Okay. Where am I? Where am I going? Hello? Oh my god. Is it just a room? Ugh! What the fuck is that? Dude, I actually have chills all down my body. I have chills all down my body, bro. Those eyes. Okay. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Just go straight. 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 Please be something way nicer than whatever that was. Dude, that just gave me like actually just straight all over my body. That's actually terrifying. That's actually bad. It's actually bad. I actually don't like that. I actually don't like that at all. I actually really didn't like that. Dude. Ignore what just came out of my phone, please. I hated that. That was bad. That was terrible. Is that door getting brighter? That was like black earlier. Have I just not been paying attention? Because I'm on my phone. Oh my god. I actually hated that. That was actually bad. Nothing even scary happened, and I'm like full tweaking. I'm like full tweaking. Actually cannot. Actually cannot. Actually can't. Actually can't. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh shit. I wasn't paying attention. I was doing something else. What is this? Dude. No. No, thank you. 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 No, no. Is it the exit? Fuck me. Can I not leave? Oh my god. I had the walking on the carpet sound. Dude, oh man. Fuck. Dude, I'm like half looking at the floor. Fuck. Dude, I'm stressing. I'm stressing. I hate horror games. I hate horror in general. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Please no, please no, please no, please no. Okay. I feel like I need to. I feel like I need to talk, or else I'm gonna like tweak. Oh my god! 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 What is that noise? Is that a door? I can't leave that way. That is so awesome sauce. What is that noise, man? Bro, please, I'm begging, please. How long have I been doing this for? I've only been doing this for 11 minutes. The game's like 25 minutes. Okay. I've got this. It's literally, it's just a video game. Holy fuck. It's just a video game. It is just a video game. There's nothing to be worried about, or frightened about, or be nervous about. It is an application. It is an application on your computer. It's an application on your computer. There's no reason to be nervous. Oh my god. No reason to be nervous. Why is the table so big? Fuck me, bro. I hate the footsteps. This is actually kind of cool. Oh, I feel like I've seen this somewhere. What's it called? It's called like Your House or something. Oh, dude, I swear if there's something behind me. Fuck me, dude. So bright. Dude, I really should check that there was like monsters or anything in this game before I played it. Cause that's what I'm on edge about. I'm on edge about like seeing something. That's just a hallway. What's this? What is that? Okay. Dude, the footsteps. It's the footsteps every time. It's just like in Life is Strange. It's just like when I played Life is Strange. The footsteps, they were always like behind me. That is so awesome sauce. That is so awesome sauce. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Fuck, dude, I need some support here. I need some support here. Oh my god. What the fuck? What is that? What is that? Just a pipe. People yapping? Okay, whatever. Just breathe. It's just a game, What the fuck is this? What is this, dude? What is this? It's those houses again, bro. They all have the same, like the eyeballs and then the mouths. Does this go underwater? Okay, that's lovely. I died? Why do I want to leave? Why do you 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 want to leave? Is it just the same thing over and over? Nothing's changing, is it? Why do I want to leave? Why do I want to leave? Is that not the way to go, maybe? I'll try one more time. 3 times the charm. No, it just puts you right back. Okay. That must just not be the way to go. I can't go any other way. There's no way out. Fuck, dude. When you do that, there's gonna be some shit just sitting around this. Dude, I swear if this hallway's not purple, I'm gonna tweak. There's gotta be another way out. Maybe this. What did that do? Hello? Fuck. Oh my god. I swear if this is not purple. Okay. It's just like in the pit of my stomach. It's just like in the pit of my stomach, bro. It's like in the pit of my stomach. Does it get rid of the water? It does. Okay. There must be more. I must be missing some. Or else... Because I can't go in the water, can I? Yeah, it just teleports me back. Why do you want to leave? Why do you want to leave? Why do you want to leave? Maybe there's been stuff on other floors that I've had to be pressing and I haven't been doing it. Oh, maybe you have to do it. Is that one there? Fuck. I have to go back? Okay, so there's two more. Okay. Bro, I keep thinking that I'm hearing fuck footsteps, man. It's just fucking pitch black. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like it. Bro. Dude, I'm actually so frightened. Please, 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 that be everything. Please, that be everything. Okay, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, I think I've got them all. I think I've got them all. This hat, that has to be all of it. There has to be no more water, right? That's not water, is it? Please tell me that's not water. That's water. Oh, fuck me. You have to be fucking kidding me. Okay. Okay. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this game. 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 I hate it. 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 Okay. Back into the black abyss we go. I hate running, dude. I hate the running. Okay. We've got three. We've got three. They're all on this level. We know that they're all on this level. What was that? There's another one here. Fuck me. Okay. I don't know if you can, I don't know if it's obvious or not, but I'm like actually freaking out. Like this is actually, I like really do not play horror games. Like at all. Like, my friend tried to get me to play Poppy Playtime once, like 2 years ago, and I was like, no. No. No, not happening. And I didn't play it. Because I was way too scared. Please, that has to be everything. Please, bro, no more. No more. I don't know if I can handle it anymore. Don't know if I can handle anymore. What is that? Okay. Whoa. That's a person, 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 that is a human being right there. Did they just disappear? Dude. Oh my god. Please, please, please be the end, 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 please be the end. Please have no more for me. Oh my god. Please, please, that has to be it, that has to be it. There's more. There's more, there's more, there's more. How long have I been playing this game for? How long have I been playing this game for? Fuck me. I thought it was only meant to be like 25 minutes. I thought it was only meant to be like 25 minutes. I thought it was only meant to be like 25 minutes. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Dude, I'm actually such a crybaby. I'm actually such a wuss, bro. I actually can't do it. What in the Squid Games? What in the Squid Games music, dude? Fuck no. Fuck no. What is that? What is that? Oh, it's a grate. Oh, dude. Fuck! Oh my god, I really don't want to play this. Oh my god. Okay. I'm okay. It's just a game. It's literally just ones and twos. It's literally pixels. What the fuck is that? My god. Fuck! Okay. It's okay. I'm okay. It's just a game. It's just a game. Chill. What is that? What is that? Is it a bus stop? What the fuck? Oh my god. I actually don't know if I can handle this. But maybe I'm not cut out for horror games. Maybe I'm really not cut out for horror games. Oh, why it's on the floor? Okay. Oh, bro. Dude. I can't even fucking see. Okay. Bro, I actually don't know if I can handle. I actually don't know if I can play it. Dude, it's not. It's so weird. Like I know it's not scary, but like I'm terrified. Like I'm actually petrified. Fuck, bro. I hate horror games. I hate horror games so much. Why can't I just been like everyone else and played fucking like Valorant or some shit? Oh my god, it's literally my stream. There's no one even watching. I could literally do anything else. But I'm playing this dumb game right now. Holy fuck. Okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I'm chilling. It's just a game. It's pixels, it's ones and twos. I am chilling. It is not that bad. It's just a game. It's literally just a game. Come on, chill. Okay, elevator. No more, please, bro, please. This has to be it. There has to be no more. What is that? Okay, it's a cloud. Fuck. What the fuck is that? What is that, dude? Dude. This video is just gonna be me, like, not even saying anything. This video is just me, bro. This video is just me freaking out at a game that isn't even scary. I'm literally just walking around a room. Fuck. I can leave? Wait, can I leave? Please, bro, please, I'm begging you. Okay. I came on the side with the blue on the left, so I'll just keep going this way. It's okay. It is a-okay. I'm a-okay. It's just a game. I've said that like 12 times. You have to be annoyed with that by now, I'm sure. Dude. Fuck. Oh. Dude, I feel nauseous. If I hit this, all the lights are gonna go out. Babe. No, fuck. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. I'm chilling, I'm chilling. I'm chilling, 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 I'm chilling. Please, 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 please. Fuck! Okay. See, maybe there's another one and like I missed it or something. Oh, dude. Oh, I'm so not happy. No, that's where I came in. Wait, what? Wait. Dude. Okay. Nothing's happening. Okay, hold up. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay. Fuck me. Why does it have to be like this? Why does it have to be like this? Why did I have to pick a horror game? I knew that I hate horror and I picked a horror game anyways, dude. Genuinely, what is wrong with me? Could have played anything else. Could have played literally anything else. This is what I decided to do with my time. Did I just see a foot over there? Oh, fuck me. Like, are we serious? Is this seriously what we're doing right now? Like, oh, fuck, fuck, fuck. Oh, man. I can't even see anything. The kitchen? Oh, fuck. My phone just buzzed. Okay. There's nothing I can do over here. Alright. Speedrun time. Oh, there's a door over here. Maybe I can go through the door. The answer is no. I can't go through the door. What's back this way? What's that? I don't know. I'm gonna run right by it. I don't know, but I can't go through that door either, so I'm gonna go this way. Oh look, there's an elevator. Maybe this is the elevator out of here. I can't press it. That's awesome sauce. Okay. Maybe there is something. Okay. The fuck is that? What the fuck? I can't see. I can't fucking see. Fuck, dude. Okay. So there's definitely nothing in this room. Have we decided that? That there's absolutely nothing for me to do in here. Okay. was that noise? It's not getting louder, so that probably means that it doesn't do anything. Okay, so I went that way. That leads me to that room. If I go this way... was this just a corner? That is just a corner. I can go up here. That outlook's over there. Maybe there's something... Oh, fuck. Like, actually over here? No? Okay. Hold up. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. So we definitely can't go this way. That way leads to the thing that I need to get to. That way leads to the elevator that I'm trying to get to. But the issue is that it won't open due to something else. So, this is the thing that's making the noise. So I can't do anything. Over there. And I can't do anything in here. We've determined that I can't do anything in here. We've absolutely decided that. The elevator won't work. The elevator isn't working. We don't know why. I don't know why the elevator's not working. Fuck me. Okay, is that a doorway? Is that just a normal doorway? Does this go to the same place? It does. I feel like I'm walking in circles, dude. What am I missing? What even is that down there? Fuck, I don't know, man. Dude, I've got no idea. I have no clue what's happening right now. Where am I supposed to be going? What I'm supposed to be doing? Genuinely. I mean, it's not this door right here, because you can't open it. Has to be like this way, maybe. That's a PDA. This just goes to the same place. So you're obviously meant to find this room. There's railing. I have no idea. Oh wait, there's just more this way. Is there? Okay. Okay. Fuck, bro. That door closing just put chills down my spine. I actually can't fucking lie. I actually cannot lie. That's actually really loud for you, isn't it? That has to be so loud. Hold up. Wait, is game that loud? Holy shit. Has the game been that loud this entire time? Oh my god, this was the area that you could look through. Fuck, dude, I actually can't. 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 I actually cannot. I actually can't. I actually can't. I actually can't. I have to take off my headphones if I'm gonna do this. I actually can't. Is it still going? Is it letting me leave? Please tell me that's the game. I actually can't. Dude, I actually can't. I'm sorry, but I actually cannot. Like, I'm actually the worst. I'm actually the worst person with horror ever. I actually cannot play this. Bro, I could hear that through my headset, like the dude running and then like knocking on the door or whatever he was doing. Dude, please, I just want this game to be over. I just want this to be over. Oh my god, bro. I can still hear it, by the way. I just don't have like the headphones on. Just if you wanted to know. How much more of this is there, dude? I feel like I've been playing this forever. Hello? Hello? Is that the end? Is that the end of the game? It restarts. Jesus Christ, how loud is that? Dude. I actually cannot. Alright, so I can't touch him. I have to go a different way. Okay. I can't go that way. I need to go a different way. Fuck, dude, I hate this. Oh my god, you can't go this way. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Dude, this is genuinely so balls. This is genuinely so balls. Okay. Okay. Dude, it's actually so loud. Man. Okay. How long is this gonna take, dude? How long have I been playing this game for? Thought this was meant to take 30 minutes. Alright, I'm locked. So I can just go this way and then I can go down again. Because I can't go fully this way. Because he's nowhere near me, is he? Yeah, there he is. Okay. Am I still running, dude? I feel so slow. Run, please. Bro, this has to be the end of the game. This has to be the end of the game. This has to be the end of the game, bro. Fuck. What is that noise? It's just banging. Please, bro, this has to be the end. Okay, this has to be the end. Yeah, there's nowhere for me to look. There's nowhere for me to do anything. This has to be it. This has to be it. Oh, I'm such a wuss. I'm such a wuss, bro. I'm genuinely such a wuss. Oh. Genuinely, I'm actually such a baby, bro. Like it was, like it wasn't scary. Like it wasn't scary. It's just like I was on the edge the entire time. The entire game, I was just freaking out. Because I mean, obviously, like I hate horror, and like horror really isn't like my genre of game, and like I really cannot play horror without just like freaking the fuck out. Like it wasn't scary. It was just like really like it like how do you explain it? Like it just like really grips you, and like every second you're nervous, every second you're waiting for something to happen. What is it? Suspense? You're like always in suspense, and it never pays off, which is insane. Because like at like the elevators and stuff, it's just like banging on like the elevators or like doors or like shutting whatever. I don't really know. That was yeah. That was that was not fun. That was not fun. I didn't like that. I really didn't like that. That really frightened me a lot. I really didn't appreciate that at all. I can't lie. It took me way longer than I thought it would. I mean, we had to have been playing that for what? Like what, 45 minutes? Not 40 minutes. 40 minutes, give or take. That was terrifying. Like, no, like it's weird. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. It wasn't like frightening. Like it wasn't scary. Like scary frightening. It was just like, oh, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. It was just like, it felt like something was like grabbing your heart, and it just like was holding it, but like wasn't doing anything to it. That's what it felt like. Like stuff would happen, my entire body would just get chills sent over it. Like when you heard the door opening after you passed the elevator, instantly I'm like, oh, oh, no, no, thank you, no. Oh, fuck. That was scary. Oh, I'm moving the camera. 1 second. What are we caught on? Alright, I think I'm caught on something. Oh shit, what the fuck? Hey guys? Alright, I fixed it. Maybe. No, I didn't. I'll be back 1 second. I need to go around my setup. I hated it. It was bad. I didn't like it. It was too scary. It was too scary for me. It was too much. Too much. My heart felt like it was going to explode 3 times. I didn't like it. Not at all. That was bad. was bad. And I really hope this other game isn't a horror game. I really hope this other game isn't a horror game. Oh. I really hope this is just like a fun game and not a horror game. I don't want to play a horror game. It's not loading. It's not loading. I don't want to... Oh, whoa. A mega warning. This game contains... Oh! Mature 17 plus. Does this break TOS? This game contains following elements: bright flashing lights and colors, violence, gore, phobia triggers, disturbing and questionable images, cognito hazards, info hazards, a lot of text. What does that mean? Am I allowed to play this? What's the game called again? Is Voice of the Void. TOS? Base management simulation, no shit, Sherlock. What's it about? Hold on, I'm reading Reddit forums. What? I'm so confused. Bro, this community is full of furries. Okay, I can't lie, this looks really, like, boring. I can't lie. I can't lie, this looks really boring. I can't lie, this looks really boring. It's meant to be a long game? Fuck, dude. I thought it was meant to be short. Highly recommend ambience mode. It is 100% free for blah 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 blah. So it's a base manager game. It's a base manager game? What does that even mean? Alright, I'm just gonna get like a voices of the Void overview. Synopsis. You play as Dr. Kell, a scientist alone in a remote research base in the Swiss Alps. Your job is to scan space for radio signals, maintain satellite dishes, and survive creeping psychological dread and paranormal anomalies. Does the game have a fixed length? Okay, story mode is scripted narrative events. So it's not like a game. It's like, yeah, okay, so it's like a base builder. Gotcha. Jesus Christ. I think we might just skip out on this one, I can't lie. Reading about it, like, I saw it first, I'm like, oh wow, this would be cool. But reading about it now, I'm like, wow, okay, that sounds really mid. That sounds really mid. Whoops, that's the wrong screen. There we go. No, that sounds really boring, I can't lie. It's like a base manager game. I hate base managers. I can't play them. Like I can, obviously, but like, why would I? I mean, I don't know, that's not really for me. I'm not really a base managing kind of guy. Like what is it, 45 days? 45 days scripted narrative? Dude, that sounds boring as balls, I cannot lie. Alright. What should we do instead? Do we just skip straight to reactions? I mean, there's probably like an hour and a half worth of content there in terms of reactions. So maybe we just do that? Alright, so what do you want to do first? Do we want to do... I think we do the Internet's Deepest Rabbit Hole second. I think we need to do Diary of a Wimpy Kid Theory first. We are watching the Diary of a Wimpy Kid Theory by Alex Bale. The Diary of a Wimpy Kid Theory by Alex Bale. Hold up. By Alex Bale. Bop, 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 bop. YouTube. Reactions. Bang. Awesome sauce. Update. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. Let me just pull this up. Why am I getting... Alright. Let's log in. Let's log in, chat. YouTube. Does this fit the screen? Hold up. There we go. We fit the screen. Wait.
That there is a single page in the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid book that, at first glance,
1 second.
completely normal. But there's something on this page
My chest sucks. I'm sorry.
See it will forever change the way you look at these books. There's a genuinely unnerving image here that I don't think anyone has ever talked about before today.
It's that smell.
I know that door had a lock on it!
Maybe said you're going to have an accident.
Why can I? It's because I'm on the wrong.
Hi
I'm on the wrong
Diary of a
page.
Wimpy Kid is a classic children's book series about a narcissistic kid.
I never even read the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Whatchamacallit. I never even really read the books. I think I've read like 2 of them. I read like what do you even call them? Which ones did I read? I don't even think I ever read the original one. I read like 2. There was one called like old school, what was it, like Back to Old School or some shit like that. It had like a black cover, and all I remember about it is that it was like Greg going to like a summer camp, and I don't know, for some reason I remember him having like a big like clock on his chest. I don't really know. Other than that, you know, like I haven't really Diary of a Wimpy Kid like really wasn't like this big of a thing for me. It was it was very much just like something that I didn't read, like in comparison to like other people. Like I know that a lot of people really love Diary of a Wimpy Kid and like read it, had read it as kids. Yeah, like really wasn't for me. That could be, maybe I was a little late to the party in terms of being not 22 or 24. I don't know. how old people were. Not were, but like how old people are now that read the books. But yeah, I never really read them. I read like the original one. I don't even think I read the original one. I read that one. I read the old school one. If that's what the title is, I don't remember. How many are there? 1 second. How many are there? How many Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Diary of a Wimpy Kid. All. Holy fuck! All books. I just want like a picture. Is this all of them? Entire. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Books. Maybe I'll find it. That's 1 through 16. 1 through 20? How many are there? Hold on, I'll double check to make sure that the audio is good for the YouTube video as well. In a second. Is it not like just like a list of like the books that I can read? 19 published volumes. Holy shit. Oh no, I found the web page. We use website Cheez It cookies. Enjoy our site? How about no? How about no? I found all of the books. I found this website. So obviously you have the original Diary of Wimpy Kids, Roderick Rules, The Last Straw. I think maybe I did read this one. I think I did read the original and I read Last Straw. Then I didn't read Dog Days. I didn't read The Ugly Truth. I might have read Cabin Fever. Cabin Fever? 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 No, I definitely... No, I'm not sure if I read this. I might have. The Third Wheel. I didn't read this. Yeah, this is one that I read. I remember reading this. This exact one. Why did I remember like a big clock? Like the Biggie cheese necklace. With like the big clock on it. The Third Wheel. I didn't read that. #1 bestseller. #1 New York bestseller. Does it say that on all of them? On most of them it does. Hard Luck. I didn't read that. I didn't read The Long Haul. I read this. I didn't read Double Down. The Getaway. What the fuck? What are these books even about at this point? What is Greg even doing in these? The Meltdown. Wrecking Ball, The Deep End. What is bro doing right here? What is he looking at? Oh my god, they're just like little guys on the page. I didn't even notice them. The Big Shot. This must be he like gets into sports or something. I haven't read that. Diaper Overload. Yeah, okay. No Brainer, Hot Mess, Party Pooper. Oh my god. You just... Fight or Flight. What are these fucking covers, by the way? The Awesome Friendly series. Isn't this, Rowley? Yeah, this is Rowley Jefferson. Rowley's my goat, I can't lie. In the movies, Rowley is so fire. So what, that's 21 released books. I mean, bro, just look at the covers getting... Red, blue, green, yellow, purple, light blue, brown, whatever color this is, like lime, orange, black, red again, but with yellow accents instead of the switching colors, blue again, but with green accents, gradient purple, iron, bottom of the pool, jersey cover, snake skin, that's an amp. That is an amp behind him. Amp. Chalkboard with math equations. A diner table. The top of a cake. And then scrambled eggs. Who is coming up with these books? And then, I don't even know what's happening there. Oh my god, there's just so much random shit, bro. How much money do you think, like, the guy that made Diary of a Wimpy Kid earns? Like, has. How much money do you think he has? What's his name again? Jeff Kinney. How much money does Jeff Kinney have? Google AI says Jeff Kinney has an estimated net worth of approximately $70 to $80 million. 300 copies of Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. Film adaptations. Digital gaming. Kinney is the co-creator of a popular children's virtual world game, Pop Tropica? What the fuck is Pop Tropica? Pop Tropica. Retail and property. Oh, he owns retail and property. Nice. So in 2015, he was at 19 mil. 2016, he was at 23 mil. In 2017, he was at 21 mil. Financial success of, oh my fuck AI, dude. Generally, like, I understand I'm reading off the Google AI, but like, dude. Dude. I don't care about all the shit that it's trying to show me. Okay. Anyways, a little bit of a side went. That's okay.
Named Greg Heffley, who believes
I will make sure this goes up.
The only reason I agreed to write in this thing is because when I'm rich and famous, I'll have better things to do than answer people's stupid questions all day long.
But until then, he's stuck in middle school dealing with his crazy family and the weird kids at school.
Wanna see my secret freckle?
This theory is not going to be about Fregley, by the way. I don't think I'm capable of figuring.
Yo guys, did you guys have friends like Fregley? Friends, quote unquote. There's always been like weird kids at my school. Not my school. I fucking go to school anymore. But like in general, like schools that I've been to, you know, there's always like that one weird kid that everyone like doesn't hang around, or like either doesn't have the heart to tell them like that they're weird to their face because that's just how they are, and like they just like let them hang around, but like he doesn't really have friends, or she doesn't really have friends, or whoever. But like they're like weird, and like you don't want to be like associated with them. You don't want to be associated with them, but like you're also like too nice to like exclude them. I've had a few people like that. There was a time where there was someone in my class who, what happened? What did he do? It wasn't in my class. It was in one of my friends' class. One of my friends. And he he shat himself in the middle of science class and stood up, walked to the back of the classroom, shook his pants, and let it fall to the floor, and left it there. And everyone knew it was him except the teacher. And it was a biohazard, obviously. So I don't understand. I don't understand how you let that happen. I don't understand what motivates you to do something like that, but but it happened apparently. Supposedly it happened.
Figuring out what's going on with him. They've gone on to make 20 books, 4 Rowley spin-offs, and 7 movie adaptations, and there are no signs of them ever slowing down. And the weird thing about this is that not only do these books get a lot more cartoony and unrealistic as they go along, but by book 20, Greg is still in middle school. He never ages. And look, I know this is a thing that happens in a lot of different media about kids in school, but the thing that's interesting about Diary of a Wimpy Kid is that the books themselves are constantly acknowledging it. But for now, I'm stuck in middle school with a bunch of morons. To be honest with you, I feel like I've been stuck in middle school forever. I looked in the mirror, but everything looked exactly the same as it always does.
Before like I actually hear the actual like full breakdown of this guy's theory, or like the theory, if there's a theory, do you think that like Jack Kinney like writes this to be like funny, like, oh, he's still in middle school, haha, it's book 20, or like is the theory like, is it true? Like, not true, but like, is he like, oh, there's something at play here, blah blah blah. It's so dark. It's so dark and mysterious, and like stuff like that. Or do you think it's just like fucking him just trying to be funny? Honestly, I think it's him just trying to be funny. But like, where's the fun in that? So I can understand the point of having like theories and stuff. I understand the point of wanting the theories. I get it. I'm not a party pooper. I understand.
We got kids like me who haven't hit their growth spurt yet, mixed in with gorillas who have to shave twice a day.
From the start, these diaries have been drawing attention to the fact that Greg doesn't age, which makes me feel like there might be some kind of in-universe explanation for it. And look, I promise this is not gonna be another edgy, oh, Greg is actually dead theory. No, I think there's actually a much simpler explanation.
There's actually so many of those. There's actually so many, oh, they're dead theories. Like, you have them everywhere. Like, literally in everything. Like, the My Hero Academia theory, where it's, oh no, Deku's not actually the #1 hero. He died versing the villain, and now he's in a coma, and he's imagining all of this after while he's in the coma, and when he wakes up, he's actually not gonna have powers, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Is my microphone too quiet? I feel like my mic might be too quiet. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna double check if like my settings are messing with my shit again. They did it last time and it's really annoying me, I can't lie. I'm just gonna do some tests real quick. I'm just gonna bring this up to 90 maybe? Why does it do that? Why is it so low? Hello? Okay, what the fuck? What is happening? One second. Oh my god. I'm just gonna pop this up to... Hello? Wait, is this better or is this worse? That's gonna be worse. Okay. Maybe if I drop it down to 90? Hello? 85. 85? Nope, that's way too quiet. 88. It's random. It's so random. 1 second. Maybe it's got something to do with... Oh no, I'm starting an audio test. Just stand by. Hello? 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 Test microphone for audio processing. Record sample. Play the audio sound back. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna mute audio real quick. Hello? Oh wait, I'm still hearable on the microphone. Hello? Okay, so it's just messing with my stuff right now. Hello? No, it just switches it to... Okay, that might be better. Yeah, let me... I'm actually just gonna listen to this back. 1 second. Man, I really hate this. I have so many troubleshoot issues. Okay, everything's on the recording track. Holy shit. I was about to tweak. I thought that it wasn't picking up my audio for a second. Wait, how do I need to mute first. Hold up. All right. Sorry about that. I'm still trying to figure out this entire thing. It's been really weird right now. Let me just make sure that the audio is still good.
These books are not the objective truth. They are diaries written by an egotistical sociopath who is constantly lying to make himself look better. Greg is the definition of an unreliable narrator. So, for all we know, Greg is aging normally, but for whatever reason, he's just choosing to lie about it in his diaries. That's the most logical in-universe explanation.
I would agree.
Or, that's at least what I thought, until I found a very strange detail on page 122 of the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. A page that forever changed the way that I look at these diaries. On this page, Greg talks about giving his parents...
I gave mom and dad their gifts. I get them the same kind of thing every year, but parents eat that stuff up. Thanks. Full stop. Heh. Heh. Full stop. The number one dad hat and the number one mom coffee mug. What does that mean? Am I missing something? I gave mom and dad their gifts. I get them the same kind of thing every year. But parents eat that stuff up. I don't know. I don't know. All right, he's going to tell me anyways.
The same gifts for Christmas every year. I gave mom and dad their gifts. I
No,
give
you
them
said
the
it for
same
me.
kind of thing every year, but parents eat that stuff up. And then we see a drawing of Greg giving his parents their gifts. Do you see anything wrong with this? Look
No.
very closely.
No, I don't.
Greg believes that his parents eat that stuff up. But in the drawing, his parents are clearly unhappy with their gifts. The drawing contradicts Greg's opinion, which means Greg couldn't have written this page. Please, is Greg not the author of his diaries? Okay, so obviously...
Okay, I think this is kind of dumb. I think this is kind of dumb. It's like, he drew his parents. He drew his parents with with unhappy faces, even though he was saying that his parents eat that up. That's so awesome.
Obviously, I know that Jeff Kinney is the real author of these books, and
Do
all of this
you?
is just fiction.
Do you?
But I'm saying, in the universe of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, what if someone else is writing these diaries pretending to be Greg?
Nah.
Have you ever
You
noticed
don't need more
how the
evidence than that,
diaries
buddy.
are constantly cutting to other perspectives when Greg isn't around? We've kind of just had to assume that Greg either heard about these things after the fact, or maybe he was just exaggerating. But sometimes they really feel like they're telling us things that Greg wouldn't know. Mom likes to rent these romantic comedies, and she makes Dad watch them with her, but I know Dad is just waiting for the first chance to break away and go back down to the basement. How does Greg know this?
How does
who else
Greg
but
know
Frank
this?
would know what he was secretly thinking about in this moment? This doesn't feel like something he would tell his son about later.
1 second, my mic's fucking tweaking again, dude. Again. It's okay. 1 second, I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to figure it all out. 1 second, I'm just like getting the like perfect distance. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Gate suppression limiter compressor gain. Just yeah, fuck the gain. Gain can go down, honestly. Close. Yo. Hold up, I'm just going to really quickly hop back in and check out the mic audio again. I'm sorry. Yo. Okay. This is pretty good, I think. Maybe a little bit louder. We'll go negative 2.5. You shouldn't be able to hear that. That is terrible. Okay. I need to turn up my limiter. Professional streamer, by the way. Professional streamer, by the way. Professional streamer, by the way. Okay. I will change that right now. And hopefully it will be done. Threshold. The limiter threshold. Like -10, dude. Release at 60. I don't know. It's fine. It's whatever, dude. I don't know. I don't really care.
In fact, these books are full of moments like this that feel like they're specifically from Greg's dad's perspective. Greg even claims at the start of Third Wheel that he can remember things from when he was in his mother's womb, and the things he remembers do feel kind of
Is he gonna say that his dad is writing the diaries?
These were actually Frank's memories from when his wife was pregnant? What if Frank is the real author of the diaries? What if these are books that Frank is writing based on his son's life for some unknown reason? And it's okay if you're not fully on board yet, because I didn't really take
his son is dead, and the dad is grieving by writing diaries. Because after the third diary, Greg actually dies at the end of the diary, and now his dad spends his days writing the diaries so that he can pretend to have some kind of connection with his son. And after time, it's been an unhealthy thought, and over and over and over, it just gets worse and worse, and that's why the stories become more and more unbelievable. I'm calling it right now.
Take this seriously either until I found something.
I'm calling it right now.
At the start of Dog Days, we are told that there is a newspaper comic called Lil Cutie that Frank and Greg read together every day. And we find out that Lil Cutie is a comic series that was written by a father based on his son. Look at these two drawings on the same page. You can't tell me they aren't trying to frame Frank and Greg in the exact same way as the Lil Cutie author and his son. And that's not even the craziest part, because on the very next page it says, I guess now that the real Lil Cutie is all grown up, his dad's having trouble coming up with new material. His
and that's why the books get worse.
Coming up with new material. Is this not exactly what we've been talking about this whole time? The diaries get cartoonier and Greg never ages because now that his son is grown up, Frank is out of new material and he's forced to just make.
Since his son died, he needs to come up with new material. But actually, that's why he's talking about going to space and other shit. I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna let him talk now.
Stuff up. We even find out in Old School that Frank had a very similar childhood to Greg. He also had a best friend like Rowley, a dog, and two brothers that annoyed him. So maybe some of Greg's middle school stories are actually based on Frank's childhood memories.
Greg, we're a lot alike.
Everything here fits perfectly.
Greg,
now, if
hold
you
up.
still
Greg, we're a lot alike. Maybe we should play voice of choice. I actually have that. We should probably do that later. That'd be awesome. Greg, we're a lot alike. You and I.
don't believe me, then I have one final question for you. A question that's been right in front of our faces this entire
What's the
time,
question?
but we never thought to ask it before now. Why are these books called Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Why would Greg, someone who is consistently shown as narcissistic and egotistical, ever refer to himself as Wimpy? Greg has an extremely
Because it's not
high
on the
opinion of
actual
himself.
diary.
That's his main thing. But you know who does think Greg is wimpy? His dad. Dad was pretty mad at me for letting myself get bullied by a kid who was still in kindergarten. When Dad saw it, he said it was a girl bike and I should get rid of it. Dad said there was no way he was getting me a dollhouse. So yes, I believe for whatever reason, Greg's dad decided to write the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books. And just like with Little
Oops.
Cutie, it ended.
What? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. All right. So sorry about that. I just was responding to something. Okay. So we're at the basis where we think that Greg's dad is the author of all of the books. But the reasoning that we're going with is that the cover of the real world book has Wimpy Kid written on it. But that doesn't make any sense because it's clear that that's not there on the actual diary in world. Like, it's not him writing them and then publishing them, because the diary itself doesn't have that external cover. Because as you can see on, hold on, I wonder if I can bring it back up. On, for example, one second, I'm going to find it. Here we go.
In old school,
see how it says diary, and then of a Wimpy Kid has like a, not a different font, but like is like textured differently to diary. It's textured differently. It's overlaid on top of the diary. The diary. Right? Same with this picture. Yes, it's taped on. That's obviously aesthetic for our world though. That's aesthetic. It's overlaid. All this stuff is overlaid to be sold by Jeff Kinney. And I understand the argument is for in-world, but I'm saying that this stuff on the cover of the book does not occur in-world. It just says diary at the top. It's how I've always interpreted it. So I don't know. Maybe he has evidence. Maybe he has evidence. Maybe he has evidence.
getting me a dollhouse. So yes,
he's not
I
getting me a
believe, for whatever
dollhouse.
reason, Greg's dad decided to write the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books, and just like with Little Cutie, it ended up becoming a huge financial success, leading to a whole series of books and even a handful of movies.
I always figured they'd make a movie about my life, but I didn't think they'd start the story here.
I always figured they'd make a movie about my life. This line implies that these are in-universe movies based on the diaries. And Greg did actually become famous like he always wanted, but what if it's because his father decided to create a best-selling book series about his life? And that is my Diary of a Wimpy Kid theory. Case closed. Yep, I'm pretty sure we wrapped up everything.
Please tell me it has something else.
I know I always say that, and then there's like a big surprise plot twist in these videos, but like,
actually,
this time we're done for sure.
What is the plot twist? What do you think it is? Because it's like still like 25 more minutes of the video.
Don't look at the runtime of this video. Okay, so I genuinely wanted to end.
Oh wait, he's got like multiple theories. I see.
But there's a scene in the first.
There's like tons of theories. I got it.
I can't stop thinking about. I don't even want to show it because I promised I wasn't gonna do this, but
here it comes.
Take a look for yourself.
He had to eat his lunch on the floor.
I was right. You're not even gonna make it out of there alive. The only chance you have making the yearbook is when they dedicate it to your memory.
Please, bro.
The only chance you'll have of making the yearbook is if they dedicate.
We're really gonna go for this?
Your memory. Wait a second. Could that be what these movies are?
Is the Diary of a Wimpy Kid
Frank
books?
write these
Oh my
diaries
god.
because Greg is dead? Oh, what the fuck?
Alright.
I know, I promised I wasn't gonna do another "they were dead the whole time" theory, but I swear, this is not your usual edgy run-of-the-mill Greg's in purgatory theory. There's
Greg's actually in purgatory, and he has wait, what's the theory? Greg's actually in purgatory, and he has to live the same 29 minutes, the same middle school all over again. He has to live through middle school because he was such a terrible person. He has to live through middle school over and over again until he's a good person, and then he gets to go to heaven. That's the theory.
Anyone talk about is the fact that there are so many moments in these movies that talk about Greg like he is dead or going to die.
You'll be dead or homeschooled by the end of the year anyway.
You're not even gonna make it out of there alive.
He will kill you. Literally kill you.
You're dead.
Move over. I'm dying. He'll kill me. You're killing me. You know that?
You guys are dead.
No, don't kill me if she knows
Oh, bro.
You're so freaking dead.
I'll die.
You can't call if you're dead.
You can kill me.
She's gonna kill both of us.
We're dead.
Mom would kill us if you were so dead.
Good Goodbye, Gregory. You will always be remembered.
When they dedicate it to your memory.
Like, I'm not
To be fair, that's quite a lot. That's quite a bit. That's quite a lot of times. That's a lot of lines that state that Greg's dead. That's actually a lot.
not crazy.
That's actually a
right?
lot.
That's a weird amount of references to Greg's death. And
21.
remember, these are the same
Is that in-
movies that decided to
is that over the
unambiguously
course of
tell
3
us that
movies?
Greg is famous enough to get a movie made about him.
I always figured they'd make a movie about my life.
Maybe they're also telling us the reason why, and these are just actors portraying someone who tragically passed away. And it's not just the movies either. In Dog Days, when Greg is talking about reading in school, he says this very interesting line. I'm not really sure what makes a book a classic to begin with, but I think it has to be at least 50 years old, and some person or animal has to die at the end. And then later on, when he has to read Charlotte's Web, he says, just from looking at the cover, I guarantee either the girl or the pig doesn't make it to the end of the
Fuck. And let me guess.
Look, I know I might be going off the rails here, but what
And what does like one of the movie posters have like him and then a pig, or like one of the books or something? Has to
wouldn't it
be.
be so tragically ironic if Greg actually did become as famous as he wanted, but it was only because of his death?
I always figured they'd make a movie about my life, but I didn't think they'd start the story here.
That's why they adapted the diaries into movies. That's why he's always been stuck in middle school. And that is the real reason why his father decided to write a book series about him, to keep his memory alive.
Solid
And look,
theory,
it's
solid
okay
theory.
if you're not
I
fully
fuck with
on
that.
board
I fuck
yet,
with that.
because I've still got some really big evidence. But before we get into that, I want to take a look at how I think the real Greg Heffley might
I just
have
realized that
died.
you can't see this
And
guy's
just a
face.
warning, this will probably sound like a lot of random speculation at first, but I promise it'll all come together in the end.
Yeah, I'll like come sit in the corner.
Going back to the movie that told us about
Hopefully
Greg's
this will be
fame and
like better.
possible death, there's a scene where Roderick tells Greg and Rowley a scary story about a nearby forest called Devil Worshipper Woods.
They had to tear it down because what happened there was so terrible. Two kids who are, I don't know, maybe in middle school. They trick-or-treated that house on Halloween night. But the house was full of devil worship.
Devil Worshipper
Roderick
Woods
tells
is
them about a house that
crazy.
abducted children and cooked them in an oven, but that ultimately led to an accidental fire that burned down the house with everyone inside.
But they forgot to turn off the ovens, so the house burned down with everyone in it.
I don't remember
Now,
this.
is
What movie is this
obviously
from?
Just a story Roderick is making up to scare Greg. They even go to the woods later and only see Fregley.
That's just as bad. That's just as bad.
Guys?
But what if there's a nugget of truth?
That's
to
just
this
as
story?
bad.
Because later in Roderick Rules, we briefly see a newspaper that seems to be talking about some kind of fire. And in the
Charges
books,
and
there
fire.
are several references to house
Yo!
fires, including
me read
an
it.
instance where Greg actually accidentally causes one in their.
Let me read it. What does it say? Charges and fire. To the fire about a half mile past the end of Summer Street around 6 a.m. to extinguish hotspots. To extinguish hotspots? Fucking what? Am I retarded? Sorry, am I not smart? To the fire about a half mile past the end of Summer Street around 6 a.m. to extinguish hotspots. The department will monitor the area for another 24 hours, he said. This is incoherent, right? I'm not like stupid, am I? This is like incoherent. Incoherent. Susan Musings, trusting parents, responsible kids.
And in the books, there are several references to house fires, including an instance where Greg actually accidentally causes one in their home. There's also this insane deleted scene from the third movie where Manny ominously talks about an accident.
You threw Tingy away.
Well, it was an accident.
Tingy says you are going to have an accident.
What are you doing? What are you doing if that happens to you? You have kids, and then one of your kids comes up to you and goes, they have like an imaginary friend, or like a creepy doll or something, and they go, I was talking to Timmy the tiger, and then he's like, Timmy the tiger's not real. It's like, Timmy said that you ate my cookies. It was an accident. It was an accident. Timmy says that you're gonna have an accident, Dad. He said that I should walk into your room while you're asleep and set your covers on fire. He said that you don't love me like he does. Would that be insane? What would you do? Genuinely, what do you do? I'm immediately setting him to a shriek. I'm immediately sending my child to a shriek. I'm not going to sleep that night, obviously. I'm locking him in his room every other night. Like, I'm not unlocking those doors until it's the next morning.
Yeah, I see why they look at that scene.
Not happening.
There are a lot of weird references to some kind of accident.
Timmy says that you're gonna have an accident, Dad.
What if these are hints about how Greg actually died?
Greg died in a fire.
So, when and how did this happen?
Yep.
Well,
those are the questions I'm asking right now.
In Roderick Rules, Roderick throws a party when their parents and Manny go out of town.
And don't have anybody over this weekend.
He tells Greg that he can join the party, but ends up locking him in the basement instead.
We need chairs from the basement.
Yeah, staying closed. I don't need a middle schooler ruining my party.
And then he accidentally sets something on fire.
Greg is able to escape
in the
and
basement.
join the party, but in the books, Greg is trapped there all night, and he says that it was so cold that he practically froze to death. But the next day, he gets out and they quickly clean up before their parents come home. They even have to replace one of their doors, but they do finish in time.
See? Told you it'd work.
But look at what the diary says about their parents' reactions when they first get home. Mom and Dad's car rolled into the driveway right when we were tightening the last screw. You could tell they were pretty relieved the house hadn't burned down when they were away. Interesting.
It all loops back to the fire. The fire that burnt down the house. I still don't get what the theory is. I might be not smart in the head. So like what? What are we going for? Like he's... I don't know. What do you even call it? What do you even call this? We're like trying to say that like Greg's dead. And... What? Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna pay attention. I don't even know.
Another very specific reference to an accidental house fire. Again, that's weird, but obviously there was no actual fire here. I mean, in every version of the story, there's a crazy party, and Greg gets trapped in the basement, but the house never burns down. But what if it did? Remember, this diary and
is not 100% accurate.
Unreliable narrators, possibly written by a grieving father who wants to keep the memory of his son alive. So we don't know for sure.
So what we're going for? He did freeze to death, or like he did start a fire in the basement and it killed him and other people. Maybe we don't know. But then the dad's writing the books. He's like, oh, my son wrote the first 2 diaries, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, oh, I'm going to write diaries. I'm going to write diaries for my son. Pretending that he's still alive. That's unhealthy, but that's okay. Oh, and I'm going to rewrite the day that he died in this journal. That's actually kind of messed up. That's actually like really unhealthy. You rewrite like a fan fiction. You rewrite your child's death so that it doesn't happen, and then you fanfic the rest of their life. That's actually kind of crazy. I can't lie. That's actually kind of insane.
What actually happened when Greg was locked in that basement all night? The basement that Frank has warned them to stay out of.
Basement's off limits.
Greg was practically freezing to death in with no source of warmth. Except, that's not entirely true, because we also know that the basement is the house's furnace room. So what if Greg tried to get warmer by messing with the furnace, but instead he ended up accidentally starting a deadly house fire? Yes, I believe that Greg never actually left that basement, and everything after this page is a complete and total lie. Okay, that's a big claim, I know. And I did warn you, this would sound like a lot of random speculation, but
do you have
I do
evidence?
actually have the evidence to back it up.
Hit me with it. Hit me with it.
Remember that newspaper that mentioned a fire?
Yep.
Well, Greg gets it as he's cleaning up the party. And it mentions the fire happening at 6 a.m. when Greg still would have been freezing in the basement.
But if you read the rest of that sentence, it's fucking incoherent. We've just read it.
Page in the movie.
You are in so much trouble.
She's gonna kill both of us.
Greg and Roderick are unambiguously depicted as dead. This theory also explains why a lot of the death references also include Roderick.
She's gonna kill both of us.
We're dead.
Mom would kill us, and I am a dead man.
Since he would likely be a victim of the fire as well.
The house burned down with everyone in it.
Frank even describes the smell of Roderick's room as unidentifiable.
What is that smell? I can't even identify it.
But the real reason why I think this fire theory is so compelling
is
because of the very strange way that Frank starts to act when he gets home. Yes, that is correct. I am finally going to talk about the thing that has been all over TikTok.
Frank is a psychopath.
The movie's depiction of Frank.
But that picture is terrifying.
I'm the laugher.
Guess who's the laugher now?
Everybody was trying to make me feel like I was losing my mind.
Those two eyes are actually terrifying. It's worse than the game that we're playing earlier.
To notice this, but in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies, Frank acts legitimately insane to the point where it's kind of become a meme to joke about him being this serial killer guy that might have killed his family.
Hey, how about then, no video games and no television for the rest of the summer?
Dad, no!
I stopped laughing. I stopped.
Who's the laugher now?
Ha! Guess who's the laugher?
It's me! I'm the laugher.
I'm the laughter! I'm the laughingest laugher that ever laughed!
But the thing that's interesting to me,
I love that.
I
love that so
is
much.
that Frank doesn't
Who's the
really
laugher
act like
now?
this until after the Roderick Rules party, when he becomes extremely paranoid and starts to believe that something's wrong with the house.
So,
You guys didn't have a party, did you?
over this weekend.
What?
Hey! What the? You guys got something you want to tell me? What was General Grant doing on the thermostat?
He acts this way
What
in
was
most
General
movies,
Grant doing on the
really
thermostat?
emphasizes
I need to.
over the little
Need to.
inconsistencies in the house.
I knew that door had a lock on it!
I knew that door had a lock. Okay, I'll stop. I've seen those TikToks. I've seen them so much. I've seen the TikToks. I've seen the Instagrams. It's fucking crazy. It's so funny, dude. How much longer do I have? Dude, I've probably got like an hour on me. 6 o'clock? Still have an hour of stream. At least. Sorry guys, I got plans for this afternoon. Maybe chat. I'm the laughingest laugher who's ever laughed. I love that so much. That's so awesome. Okay. Alright, I'm locked.
Everybody was trying to make me feel like I was losing my mind!
This roller skating kid is really good. Don't you think that
Oh my god, my
What we're
kid.
actually seeing is Frank having some kind of mental breakdown because he couldn't handle the reality of coming home to find his house had burned down with both of his children inside.
What is that smell?
The guilt would be crazy though. Like imagine. Like imagine you're you like go like, all right, I'm gonna leave the house to you guys. Don't, dude, be careful. Be careful. You go out, come back, no house, no kids. You're like, fuck. That'd be enough to destroy you 100%. I mean, you're out. Insurance for your house, you're fucked. Both your kids are dead, which is probably the worst part. And I don't know. Do you even have life insurance on your children? Do you even get a payout for that? And then you're getting reamed by police. You're getting investigated for the death of your kids, especially if you have life insurance. You're getting investigated for that. They're looking for like malpractice. And malpractice, what's it called? Like where like you taint. What the fuck is a taint? Where you taint with like a place to make it kill people. Like whatever that's called. They're gonna look for that. And you're gonna be in and out of like interrogation, and then your kid's dead. Your kids are dead. That's the worst part, is that your kids are dead. So, to be fair, you know what? I kind of fuck with the theory. I kind of get it. I kind of understand. I understand a little bit.
I can't even identify.
I think that Frank would be incapable of accepting this horrible truth, so instead, he's staying in denial and imagining
by writing
that the
fan
fire
fiction
never actually happened and that his children are still alive.
Deny.
Got it. Deny.
by writing fan
Frank
fiction.
is fixating on the little differences in his house, like the bathroom lock being different, is because in reality,
I feel like the video is too quiet, is it?
Moved into an entirely new home after the fire, but he'd rather concoct a whole elaborate story about his children replacing the door than accept the truth.
I knew that door had a lock on it!
I knew that door had a lock on it!
Deny.
Also, remember that terrifying Manny deleted scene?
Tiggy says you're going to have an accident.
What if he wasn't talking to the dad? What if he was talking to
makes no sense in the
Greg?
context of this movie, but with this theory, it just fits so perfectly. This is a moment of truth sneaking into Frank's delusions. His subconscious is telling him about the accident. but
Chills,
he is
I've got chills, I've got
unable
chills.
to accept it.
House burned down with everyone in it.
Deny.
And I think that is the real reason why Frank decided to create a diary pretending to be his son, Greg, so that he could continue to remain in denial about his death forever. I told you it would all click together. It's possible Greg did actually have his own diary at some point, and now Frank is just continuing
that's
it.
what I think.
But either way, I think that the books
I think
that we are
post
reading
book
are
2,
a strange denial fantasy that Frank is writing to cope with his
halfway
son's
through
death.
book 2, right?
This also gives a whole new meaning to why Frank is so protective over the basement in these books.
Basement is off
where
limit.
Frank works on his Civil
Off
War
limit.
dioramas, and
Off
he's really
limits.
strict about not wanting anyone to go down there. But maybe, even in his fantasy, Frank actually wants to keep his kids away from the basement that caused all of this. There's also this moment
I can't with the
end of
editing.
Roger Cole's movie where Frank
The black and white
realizes his
editing, man,
entire
everything is just
family
so
is no longer
serious.
sitting with him.
This roller skating kid is really good. Don't you think that good?
And people like to joke about how Frank is realizing his entire family is dead or whatever, which doesn't exactly line up with my fire theory since Susan and Manny would still be alive. But if Frank has turned the loss of their children into a fictional best-selling franchise for money, then I could totally see Susan divorcing him and taking Manny. I mean, she was very much depicted as someone who believes in honesty.
You lied to me, and you know how I feel about that.
So I think this scene actually works really well with this theory.
Don't you think that
You're going to have an
My family's dead.
Whether
My
or not
family's
you agree
dead.
with every part
All
of
right.
this theory, you have to admit there's a lot of really compelling connections.
There's a little bit
and
of compelling
it offers us a very
arguments
tragic new
for-
way to read these books.
I wonder what the
Nothing of
final
we
theory
see
is.
in
It's
these
gonna be some
diaries
crazy
is the full
shit.
truth. It's a combination
It's gonna be
of
some
both
crazy
Frank's
stuff.
true memories of his son and fictional ones he's created to keep the lie going. We have to think of these books as more than just Frank and Greg. They're a weird amalgamation of them both. In a sense, these books are the story of Freg.
Freg Lee.
Oh, what the fuck? Fregley has never
It's
felt like a real
Fregley.
person. We never actually learn anything about him beyond the fact that he is this weird, inhuman, freaky kid who's always around.
I think Fregley might be
secret,
naked.
Freckle?
What?
I'll sign it, Greg Heffley, if you let me look at your infection.
What if that's because he was never
What?
actually real? He was always something made up for the diary. What if Fregley is actually a symbolic representation of both Frank and Greg. You have to admit that their canon full names, Franklin and Gregory, sound a whole lot like Fregley when combined, because he is a representation of the dark truth that Greg is actually dead and Frank is...
I don't know if you can get me to bite on this one. I don't know if you can get me to bite on this one. I don't know if you can get me to bite on this one. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Pretending to be him. It's why Fregley is depicted as this weird kind of disgusting kid, because deep down, Frank is disgusted with himself for what he is doing, and this disgust and shame manifests in the diaries as Fregley.
Okay.
It's why in both the books and the movies, Greg is mistaken for Fregley.
Hi, Ollie. Oh, hi, Fregley. She thinks I'm Fregley?
Why does Fregley have a secret language? Because Greg has a secret language. Why does Fregley want to show his secret freckle? Maybe because Greg also recently discovered a new freckle. And what does Fregley do in the town talent show?
Oh no.
He's a ventriloquist speaking for his puppet.
Say hello to the boys and girls, Freggers. Hello, boys and girls.
Just like the way Frank speaks for Greg. And finally...
Okay. You might have me. You might have me hooked. You might have me hooked. Hook? Wait, how does the saying go? Hook, line, and sinker? Line, hook, and sink? Hook, line, and... Hook, sinker, line, hook, and sinker. You might have me. Line, hook, and sinker.
Remember the devil worshipper Wood story? This was the story that
it's Fregley. Fregley's the devil worshipper in the woods.
What does Greg actually find when he goes there?
Fregley.
Guys?
Fregley. Because Fregley represents the dark truth in Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and that is my theory. Thank you very much, Zooey Mama.
It's gonna outro. It's gonna serious documentary outro.
And that's the last time I'll ever do a "they were dead the whole time" theory ever again.
Oh my god.
More. Right?
You'll be dead at homeschool by the end of the year anyway.
You're not even gonna make it out of there alive.
You're dead.
Move over. I'm dying.
That was something. That was something. You know, I fucked with that. That was pretty tough. That was tough. That was tough. I fucked with that. I fucked with that. Oh, dude. What do I think? What do I think about the story? About the story of Diary of a Wimpy Kid? If I had to genuinely bite onto like one of the theories, I could seriously bite onto like it's the dad writing the book for Greg. I mean, I feel like Greg's dead. Nah, I don't really bite with that. I don't really bite on that. Yeah, I could accept that. I could accept. Hold up, I'll just switch to full screen. 1 second. I could accept that. I could accept that it's like his dad writing about him. All right. Yeah, I guess a little bit. All right, what's next, dude? What's next? 51 minutes. The internet's deepest rabbit hole. 1 second. Chad, this is why I need to live alone. So I can't be interrupted. Anyways, what were we? What were we talking about? The internet's deepest rabbit hole. It's an hour long. I'd assume some kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, we only have like an hour left, but like, how long did I just turn that 26-minute video into? Like, did that take 40 minutes? Do you think it's even worth running this up? I mean, I've got places to be like 6. Perhaps. Perhaps it's okay with running it up. Perhaps. 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 What do we want to do? Do we want to watch something? Do we just want to play Valorant for like an hour? I mean, maybe we save the internet's deepest rabbit hole for a day where I have more time, and we can actually. This has 5 million views. Holy shit! Taking care of your health just got. What the fuck is this? Okay. I don't know what we should do. The terrifying paradox of self-awareness by Aperture. Do we just play Valorant? Do we just play Valorant, or do we keep doing reacts? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Horizon GoFundMe. I don't know. I don't know. Should we? Should we? I don't know. I don't know what to pick. I want no one in chat to tell me what to do. If you're watching this on YouTube, come join chat so then you get to dictate what I do with my life, please. Please. If we just watch the dive in Wimpy Kid Theory. How much longer do we have? We got an hour and 5 minutes. And that'll be 3 hours and 35 minutes in stream time, so... What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I don't know. What should we do? What should we do? Should we just play Val? Maybe we just play Val. I think we'll just play Val. Save this for another day. I mean, I get 2 videos out of this, I guess. I wanted to play that. Nah, I actually didn't really want to play that. The voice game that I was talking about earlier, I didn't really want to play that. I think we'll just play Valorant. Maybe. Okay. I'll just let that sit there while I... That's actually really, 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 really quiet. Nah, actually, you know what? Fuck that. We're doing reacts. I'm gonna do another reacts. We're gonna do reacts. That's what we're doing today. Not playing Valorant. We're doing reacts. We're gonna do the terrifying paradox of self-awareness. Alright, I'm gonna move myself. Do I shrink the cam, maybe? Okay. The terrifying paradox of self-awareness. Let's get into it.
Picture this, if you will. You're about to send a text message. You read it for one final check, and you notice something's off. It sounds a bit too eager. So you rewrite it, but, well, now it feels forced. So you try a few more times, and before you know it, it's been over an hour, and your text is still unsent. This is what it's like, living with a high level of self-awareness. We are told that being self-aware is necessary to...
I would say that's true. I mean, what I do that a lot. I mean, I've rewrite text messages all the time, but I feel like you're gonna have to though, no? Like Like I rewrite text messages like a lot, like not a lot, but like enough. Where like you're like, okay, how do I want to sound for this person? What kind of tone do I want to give off? If I say it like this, what kind of how are they going to understand it? Will they understand it? If they don't understand it, what else will they think it means? Am I going to be in the shits with them if they read it wrong? Blah 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 blah. And like, it's a lot of, is this clear? Does this say what I'm trying to say? And like, is this what I want to say? And is this going to turn out well for me? It is more like what happens when like I'm rewriting text messages. Would you call that self-awareness? What's the definition of self-awareness? What's the definition of self-awareness? Self-awareness. The conscious ability to recognize and understand your own character, thoughts, feelings, motives, and desires, and see how they affect both your inner life and your impact on other people. Practicing regular mindfulness. Self-awareness is the ability to clearly see your own thoughts, feelings, habits, or actions. It covers noticing when you feel defensive during a talk, realizing what drains your energy, or understanding why small events upset you. Would you say that you're self-aware? I don't know if I'd say that I'm self-aware. Hold on, I'm just going to change... Fuck. I'm just going to change stream title real quick. Can I lock this? How do I lock this? Lock source. I'm going to change stream title really quickly. We're watching the terrifying paradox of self-awareness. Awareness? How do you spell awareness? Awareness. Break. Awareness. By. Who is this by? This is by Paradox, is it not? 1 second. Aperture. Aperture. By Aperture. Update. Alright, we're good.
To live a life of authenticity, yet the more you know about yourself, the less about yourself you realize you know. In the words of ancient Chinese philosopher Zhuangzi, once I dreamt I was a butterfly, fluttering here and there. Suddenly, I woke up and I was Zhuangzi again. But I don't know. Am I Zhuangzi who dreamt I was a butterfly, or a butterfly dreaming I'm Zhuangzi? This is the terrifying paradox of self-awareness. The moment we begin...
That's kind of like a solid quote when you think about it. How do you know your you? Is like more of how I like interpret that question. Like, do you know you? Obviously, you're the only person that will truly know you, but do you even truly know you? I would argue no. I would argue that you don't know yourself to like the fullest extent. I mean, there's so many perspectives and like so many points of views that other people have on you, and then you have one on yourself. And while you're in a position where the consciousness is your own, you're not interpreting someone else's consciousness, you're interpreting your own. It's your consciousness interpreting itself. It's going to be biased. It's going to make mistakes. So I would argue that you don't know yourself. And you never can and never truly will know yourself to the fullest extent. You'll probably know yourself more than other people, than anyone else. But you'll never know you truly 100%. And not even 90. I would dare even say 80. You probably don't even know yourself 80%. I mean, there's the small little things that make you freak out, that you don't even know why. There's just so much stuff that you will never know about yourself. And it's hard to come up with examples for that. But like, if you just think about it, you just know that that's true.
and ask, who am I really? We split into two. In that instant, we become two different people, the one who asks and the one who's being questioned. And if finding yourself requires watching yourself, are you really discovering who you are, or are you performing for an audience of one?
I need to hear that back. Sorry.
The one who's being questioned. And instantly,
who am I really?
We split into two. In that instant, we become two different people, the one who asks and the one who's being questioned. And if finding yourself requires watching yourself, are you really discovering who you are, or are you performing for an audience of one?
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing I was talking about with like the biases of interpreting oneself.
Mechanics, observing a particle.
I don't know anything about that.
So a photon is normally in.
I'm pulling up subtitles. I'm sorry.
It appears to be in both point A and point B at once. However, once you observe it, it collapses into a single position of either A or B. As an oversimplification, you could say that the photon doesn't want to stay in one measurable state. Superposition is more or less its normal way of being. The same thing happens with human consciousness. In our default state, we exist in superposition, both as the observer and the person. But the moment you become self-aware, you effectively split into two people. One is the actor, aka the one being observed, while the other is the critic, or the one doing the observing. Therein lies the paradox.
It's the same person. That's the paradox. The paradox is that it's the same person. You have the actor, you have the person that is performing. That's your everyday self. That's your that's like your thoughts and feelings throughout the day. That's your triggers. If you get triggered, that's your habits, or like anything really. That's you. Is the actor, but it isn't. The actor is you, essentially. Essentially, the actor is you, but you're also the critic. So then the split from the critic is that you're watching yourself. But then how is that any different from the critic, you, watching someone else? As in, if you were trying to interpret another random person's entire identity. The critic doesn't have the insider knowledge on the actor the same way that we don't have insider knowledge on other people when we're trying to interpret what they're thinking. We're trying to interpret how they're feeling. We can't... There's no different from me trying to interpret your personality, you as a person, your identity, than me, the critic, trying to interpret the actor. Because is the actor lying for the critic? You could argue yes, right? Like you could argue that you do good things because you want to be perceived as good, right? So if you're doing that to be perceived as good, are you performing for yourself? You want to be perceived as good by other people, so other people can interpret you as a good person, but then you're also trying to do that to convince yourself to have your critic interpret that the actor, you, is a good person. So then the actor is acting, and that's why they've chosen the name actor, obviously. Oh my god, this is going to take way too long.
Self-awareness indirectly feels like a performance between an actor and critic, and less like a whole person reflecting naturally. It happens so unexpectedly that you don't fully acknowledge when your mind is in this mode. Have you ever had a moment where the music it hits just right, you know? And your body responds to the beat, and suddenly, all by yourself, you're just enjoying a spontaneous experience that you weren't looking for, and then it happens. Physically, you're still the only one in the room, but mentally, as soon as you lock eyes with yourself in the mirror, the critic lets itself in. You become self-conscious and start wishing that you danced a little better, you had more rhythm, you looked more graceful. You remember the last time you watched someone hit those moves and how much better they looked. You wonder when you'll be able to dance that well, and slowly, you lose the beat. Your movements become stiff with self-doubt, the critic takes over completely, and you stop dancing. With self-awareness, you can't have everything all together at once. You can either know what you're doing or why you are doing it. But observing one changes the other. The you who acts naturally and the you who understands yourself cannot exist simultaneously. They can come close enough in terms of when either version of you pops out, but they cannot be together at the exact same time.
Do you think it means like if you consider the actor like a body and the critic a body, you as you and not the critic and actor, you can only inhabit one point of view at a time. It is how I'm interpreting what he's saying, is that you can either be in the perspective of the actor who knows what they're doing, while the critic sits behind a blacked out one-way mirror. And then you can switch your point of view to the critic to criticize yourself. But when you're criticizing yourself, you still don't have the point of view of the actor. So you can never be one or the other. You have to be either or. You can never be one and the other. You have to be either or, is what I meant. Sorry. So you're... Yeah, I get what he's... I kind of get what he's saying. At least that's how I'm thinking is what he's talking about. You can only be one or the other, but both exist simultaneously. Both exist simultaneously, but you can only perceive through one at a time. And when you're perceiving through the actor, the critic doesn't exist because he's behind the one-way mirror. The one-way mirror. I can't speak words. It's interesting.
Picture yourself on a date. You finally found someone with a sense of humor where you don't need to constantly hold yourself back or filter your words. Instead, conversations feel natural as words spill out of your mouth. The moment you think to yourself, well, hey, this is going well, you're suddenly thrown into performance mode. As you begin to poke at your behavior to understand what's making the date so good, you may lose grasp of the part of yourself that was just being you. After a while, you might start to wonder, what gives? Here's the unspoken part. You know how we mentioned the actor and the critic? Well, the truth is, while these roles feel necessary within your psyche, neither of them are your authentic self. Self-awareness doesn't even highlight an authentic self.
Yeah, which is like what I was talking about, where you're the point of view. You're choosing to be the actor or the critic in a specific, not even choosing, but you're becoming the actor or the critic in a specific time. But you are still becoming one of them. They aren't you. You are the one that is impersonating them or puppeteering them, essentially. You're feeling the position, but it's like a different self. I might be reading into it too much, and I might just need to lock in and listen.
Self to begin with. Instead, it creates a new, observed self that is fundamentally different from your authentic self. What is memory? By default, we picture memory as recollections of past events. But neuroscience has a tiny yet redefining caveat to what we call our memories. You see, every time you recall a memory, you're not just accessing a file, you're rewriting it. The act of remembering can and often does change the memory. Scientists call it memory reconsolidation. So the past as we know it, something set in stone, well, in reality it's always being slightly modified to fit the current narrative that we tell ourselves about the world. Researchers at the University of Texas actually tried to observe this effect, and what they found is that we have a malleable window, which is essentially a few hours where a recalled memory is vulnerable to being updated, strengthened, or even distorted by your current emotions or your environment. Here's what that means for your self-awareness. You know how self-help encourages you to confront past memories to understand them better? Well, that's a good thing. But sometimes when you analyze your past to understand yourself, you're not actually discovering who you were. Instead, you're only creating a narrative that overwrites your original experience. And this effect can be especially dangerous in our current era, where therapy speak is more popular than ever. Today, many people assign clinical terms to events that they never truly experienced.
I see. So he's saying that because your memories are like the firing of like neurons to reconstruct an event in your head. It's like imagining something, but it having happened. You're like putting it together every time. It's like making a puzzle, but every time you want to see the puzzle again, you have to put it back together. You have to break. Your memories are puzzles, but they're always broken. And to see your memories, you have to put them back together. Except in this instance, your memories don't connect perfectly. You're always missing a piece, or you're always getting a piece from a different memory or from an emotion. They're getting jumbled up together. Obviously, not so much to the extent that like you can't remember things and like you don't have like a past, but enough to the point where you don't notice that it's changing, where it's like you might forget things and it's common or it's normal to like know that you're forgetting stuff, like, oh, I don't remember doing that, or blah 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 blah. But that also does rely on a secondary point of view, but that doesn't really matter. But the fact that the fact that your memories change, the fact that your memories change. Okay, but I kind of get what he's saying with like the therapy point. The constant recollection of memory causes the deficit of the memory. Is deficit the right word to use? The constant recollection of memory causes a deficit in the quality of the memory, which would then affect your criticalness of self, and affects you as yourself, because you are your memories. Essentially, your consciousness is built up of your memories. Your personality is from your memories, so you're constantly altering them. The more and more that you remember, the more and more that you like recall memories, I suppose,
as traumatic. But because of the present story they tell themselves about that event, they unknowingly adjust those memories to fit into the boxes of trauma, which then affects what they believe.
1 second, I'm just moving this around. It's just going to disappear really quick.
About themselves.
I'm just moving it to this monitor.
Think about your
so I can actually like look at it.
Back then, all you likely knew was that it really hurt to lose someone you thought you were going to spend the rest of your life with. However, as time passes, you learn more about relationships and how they work psychologically. With new knowledge on attachment theory, you give the memories of your first heartbreak another go. This time, through the lens of what attachment styles each person had. Now, you've learned that she was likely avoidant while you were anxious. So your anxious attempts to get closer to her ended up pushing her away due to her fear of eventually being abandoned. And all of it suddenly feels resolved. Now, months down the line, you learn about feminism. Not just the definition, but its real meaning. You embrace it in a way that has you acknowledging its impact across various aspects of society. It feels revealing to uncover just how important it is for women to actually have a proper say in the way their life plays out. So then you revisit the memory of your first heartbreak. This time, the feminism lens uncovers something that you never really understood before. At the time, you were more focused on keeping the relationship alive, so you downplayed her interest in a study abroad program, believing that it wasn't worth the distance. Well, now you've learned that you might have been tying her down, and that could also work as a reason for the breakup. The problem is the fact that your past self didn't have your present self's awareness. You're inevitably studying someone who doesn't exist anymore, using tools that they didn't have. At the time, you were only reacting with the understanding that you had. Later, a more wise version of you steps in and rewrites the meaning. You lose touch with what losing your first love felt like, and exchanging it with a new meaning now. But pain, grief, or fear isn't something that should be constantly assigned with specific responses. Your first heartbreak doesn't need to find its reason in attachment styles or a younger version of you being anti-feminist. Instead, you took that loss for reasons you may never truly understand. It's entirely possible that she found someone else, or her parents disapproved of the relationship, or any other reason another human being can have behind their own decisions. You don't need to justify your pain with labels.
I feel dumb. I feel dumb. I feel like I'm not getting it. I don't really get like the point that he's laying out and how that applies to the previous statement. So the critic, the actor, I know that we're not on the topic, but I'm using them because I like the terms. So the actor is omnipresent in memory. It's present all the time in every memory. That is the actor, but the critic only follows along the self because the critic has access to the tools of you. But the critic is omnipresent in the sense where it can go back. It's not omnipresent because it's not constantly present. It can choose to go back to a memory and reassess it with the tools of oneself, while the actor takes on the role of you in that memory. And then you play through the actor to get the memory, and then you play through the critic to assess the memory. With the tools of the self. And through assessing the memory, you alter the memory, not in a way where you forget things or misremember things, but in a way where you uncover things that weren't initially there for you yourself, is what I'm understanding. You yourself is who the actor is playing in that moment. But then you as the critic uncover more about the memory and ultimately change it. And that's what he means by like every time you go through a memory, you change it, you alter it, you're adding more information to it. I mean, it is true that you forget more things the more that you remember them, the more they altered, the more, but he's saying that the altering is more of a, how would you even explain it? The altering is more of like, oh man, this is rough. I'm trying to find the words. Altering is more of a reassessment rather than a loss. Because the way that I'm thinking it is that like it's not something that is good. But then the way he's talking about it is that he believes that it is good, which, you know, coming from the perspective that the video is coming from, I would agree with. That the reassessment of memory is what changes in the memory, and it's not the fact that you're just losing pieces or misremembering how to put it together. It's so you're adding more pieces, you're making it bigger, so then you're more likely to have issues putting it together. And she... 8 minutes in, by the way. 8 minutes into the video, by the way. Shut up.
First, life is just
me, by the way. I'm talking to myself.
But as you get into self-awareness, new mirrors start to appear in your mind. Initially, these mirrors allow you to see yourself more clearly and from a variety of angles. However, the intention was always to move past the mirrors to get to the other side. Here's the twist, though. Once your mind is in too deep with self-awareness, you find yourself thrown into a loop of infinite mirrors, and the exit doesn't seem to move any closer to you. At level 1 of this self-awareness loop, you make the first realization that says, oh, I'm anxious. Level 2 then introduces the inner actor that asks, well, okay, why am I anxious? The inner critic then responds, well, I'm analyzing my anxiety and I'll figure that out. Level 3 then emerges and you ask yourself again, wait, am I making my anxiety worse by analyzing it? And you reflect on that for a while, and then you realize that now you're overthinking. However, you've already caught yourself in the loop, so you can't pull back now. Level 4 is when your mind doubles down even further, saying, okay, I'm overthinking, but am I overthinking my overthinking? And then level 5 hits, and that's when it gets even more absurd, and you finally spiral. Well, now I'm overthinking about my overthinking about my overthinking, and so on. This is what the authenticity spiral looks like. In this mode, you endlessly shift between thoughts about every little aspect of your behavior. Everything you do feels performative and nothing ever feels authentic. Any attempt to pull away and act normal only loudly gets criticized by the inner critic who calls other aspects of yourself an actor. With meditation, it gets paradoxical. You sit down to observe your thoughts, but who's observing those thoughts? Now, instead of meditating, you're thinking about watching your thoughts about watching your thoughts. Well, what about journaling? Initially,
I'm destroying my microphone, I'm sorry.
You right to process your feelings, but you inevitably start writing for a future version of yourself who will read this journal. So you're no longer processing those feelings, but instead you're curating them for a future observer. The cruel irony of all of this is that the people who are most committed to self-awareness usually become the biggest victims of its darker consequences. They never actually get...
So we're pretty much saying that, like, let me just put it into words in my head first, and then I'll say them. So essentially we're saying that the critic spirals out of control in tandem with the actor when the actor first asks itself the question, why am I X? For example, why am I anxious? And then you switch from the actor to the critic and you go, well, wait. Then the critic wonders and tries to come up with a reason for, and then in the moment you realize you're analyzing anxiety. You're analyzing your anxiety, and by thinking more about your anxiety, you're just seeing how it affects you more. I know what I'm like trying to say, like I know what I'm trying to get to, but I don't have the words to get to it. And that's why I sound really dumb right now. And that's why, yeah. That's why I sound really dumb right now. I'm trying to get to the words. I'm trying to explain what it feels like to be performative, if that makes sense. Where every second feels performative, because I can relate to that a little bit. Like, I can kind of understand, like, what he means when he says that. In the sense where, you know, I'm constantly wondering if... Is what I'm doing actually me, or am I just doing that because I think it adds something? Am I doing things because it's me, or am I doing things because I want a result? Because I want something to happen because of that? That's my question. And I kind of get caught in that loop a little bit. I'm sure other people do as well, where I'm like, man, why did I do that? Or it's like, man, and then you do something, you're like, why did I do that? And then you're like, oh, I did it because of this, because I wanted this. And you're like, well, why would you want that? That's either that's a bad thing. Like, why would you want that to happen? And then it's more of it adds something. It makes something happen. Are you just doing things to make something happen that you wouldn't do without motive? Fuck, this is just me blabbering at this point. I can't really explain what I'm trying to say. But I'm hoping that someone can kind of deconstruct what I'm saying and maybe understand a little bit.
To enjoy any direct experiences, because they are always at least one level away from being a single person with a single mind. Think about the most charismatic person you knew growing up. And I don't
Growing
mean
up.
the one that aligned
Growing
with your
up.
values. I mean the one that always seemed to get away with everything. If you're the type who grew up a quiet kid, the person that comes to mind is probably someone you didn't get along with very much. Perhaps they'd crack jokes loudly while the teacher was trying to move a lesson along, or they'd manage to ease their way out of trouble just by being funny. Somehow, it doesn't feel like they were particularly efficient at anything. Yet, their personality always got them by in life. Meanwhile, you felt like you had to work twice as hard only to get a pat on the back. People with zero self-awareness appear more confident, authentic, and charismatic for one reason only. They are not watching themselves.
Yeah.
That way, they always seem to go according to life's tempo, no matter...
What the fuck just happened? What did I just hit? Yeah, I mean, then if they're not thinking about not what they're doing, but if they're not thinking about like why they're doing that, or if they're not thinking about why they're doing what they're doing and how what they're doing will affect the future in a way, or like affect their future selves, then they aren't restricted by future consequence, and they aren't restricted by inner consequence. The only thing they're restricted by is their immediate thought. That isn't necessarily a bad thing either. You know, those consequences may turn out to... Those consequences can also be like positive consequences. They don't necessarily have to be bad consequences. You can overthink things to the point where things go bad for you when they should have been good for you if you didn't overthink them. You know, and you'll find that a lot of people who don't overthink will still have self-awareness, in the sense, maybe not self-awareness, but they'll still have like the empathy and sympathy in a future and in a past sense. It's less of a reflection on themselves and more of a reflection on their actions. So maybe it isn't self-awareness, it's like an outside awareness. That would be 2 seconds. Alright, that was my bad. I don't know if we're gonna get through this.
Matter the situation. Spontaneity isn't just a
I need to go
personality trait.
but I keep
Sometimes
pausing.
it could mean the difference between a fulfilling life and one that never truly feels
I'll try and like
when you're
be
constantly
a little less
wondering
interruptive now.
everything and never going with the flow, you get tired of your own mind's constant spirals. You're like an animal on a leash, only that you're also the one holding that leash. You might have heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's that thing where people with limited knowledge or competence in a domain overestimate their abilities without realizing that they were never that good in the first place. Lots of incompetent people think they are competent, and sometimes that actually helps. Just the conviction of knowing what you're doing can take you quite far in life. But there is a flip side to the Dunning-Kruger effect, and that's when competent people become paralyzed by the awareness of their own limitations. And that is the subtle way that self-awareness slows you down. First, you feel something, and instead of acting, you analyze that feeling. After that, you decide whether or not what you're feeling is appropriate, and then you finally choose a response. Depending on what you were thinking about, you could go from a few minutes to make a choice to a few decades. Yeah, I'm not kidding on that one. There are people out there who simply acted on seemingly absurd thoughts, and that got them to where they wanted to be in life almost instantly. Meanwhile, there are others who felt like what would seem too absurd to take action, so they spent decades in regret only to realize many years later that they could have made a move. Imagine you're at a networking event and you're watching a brilliant presentation by a keynote speaker when you're struck by a crazy thought. I've experience with this exact thing and I should just go and introduce myself. Well, you freeze and you begin to craft the ideal introduction, expecting the right moment to align for the speaker to be alone. The presentation is over now and the speaker is swarmed by tons of people. You decide that it's not worth the stress and so you move on. Meanwhile, at that same presentation, someone else in the audience thinks it'll be cool if they could connect with the speaker too. In order to leave an impression, they don't think twice, and they clumsily ask a question. The speaker answers, asks for their name, and thanks them for the question. In your head, you're thinking, well, that was a dumb question. And while, yes, you might be right about that, this other person's interaction meant that when they go on to introduce themselves to the speaker after they talk, they can recognize them and then they exchange contact information. Now, life isn't always going to play out in...
Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit like that. I mean, I guess it really is just like overthinking yourself and how you want to be perceived and things like that. So, I suppose... One second, I'm trying to tighten my microphone. I suppose it is a little bit like that. It's, yeah, I don't know. It's strange. I don't really know what to say to, like, talk on it. So I'm just going to have to hit play and see if I can get the words to come to my head.
These ideal ways just because you're confident. Truthfully, it's possible for the speaker to simply roll their eyes and ignore the person's question. The paradox is this. Life is a lot like a dance performance. A person free from self-surveillance may stumble, but they keep moving to life's tempo. Meanwhile, the hyper-aware person who obsessively plans each step will often find that the music is stopped by the time that they've decided to dance. Something strange happens when you're too busy naming everything you encounter, viewing life through a lens, and never experiencing life with your own naked eyes. Soon enough, you'll only give yourself permission to exist when there's an appropriate label for every action or inaction. Your journey into self-awareness might have begun because you constantly felt uncomfortable, but you never quite understood what it meant. Then you learned about anxiety, studied how it manifests, and now you've realized that it's a core part of your struggle. But instead of growing beyond anxiety's limitations, you use it as a crutch. Because you identify as someone with anxiety, every nervous feeling confirms that narrative for you. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy that's hard to spot and even harder to break away from. As humans, we crave a coherent narrative for our lives. So attaching a label helps create a consistent story that you can tell yourself. This story begins to leak into aspects of your life that you never could have imagined. When you get invited to social events you might have enjoyed, you decide to skip them entirely because you believe the umbrella term of anxiety exempts you from ever appreciating anything outside. It's not just with anxiety that this happens. You could even associate your identity with trauma. While that makes for a valid reason for life to slow down, there are people who never truly manage to move past the role of a trauma survivor.
I mean, the way I'm going to talk about it is very general and not very like specific. But there are a lot of things like that where, you know, you not even hyper focus. You overly think about what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, what you're going to say, what the ideal reaction is, how to interpret things, and then when you do interpret that thing, like he's saying, you assign a label to it. You assign a value so that you can quickly refer to it. But then when you take the label that you've given something and stick it onto yourself, essentially, you're allowing that label to be a part of you. You're allowing that general statement to not become you, but to be a description on you. You know, you'll stop pointing to yourself as reasons for things, and you'll start pointing to the labels instead, the descriptions of you, rather than you yourself. And I think that's what, no, I don't think that's what he's trying to say, but that's how I'm interpreting it, and that's how I'm thinking about it. When you stick the labels on yourself, you're robbing yourself of the ability to point to you, because you'll end up pointing at a label instead. And then you're putting all of that attention onto the label instead of allowing yourself to overcome the label that you've put in front of you. Because if you stick it to yourself, I know I'm just repeating myself, if you stick it to yourself, it's going to be with you the entire time you move forwards. But if you stick it in front of you, you can go buy it. Am I cooking? Probably not. That's okay though.
Tragically, their pain becomes their entire persona, and that could alienate them from people and places, further reinforcing the impacts of their trauma. Sometimes, moments that may have opened up your mind to new experiences get abandoned because of narratives in your head. Okay, for instance, say you've failed at math a few too many times in high school. Now that you're older,
not me,
you
by
decide
the way.
that you're not a math person, so you stop trying, and you completely close your mind off from the different branches of math that exist, where there could have been a few things that you might have actually enjoyed. The problem with subscribing to the idea of a single permanent narrative is that humans are a highly fluid group. Who you were a year ago can greatly differ from who you are today at this very moment. Likewise, who you were at college differs from who you are in the workforce. Carrying ideas of your identity from self-awareness alone into the life you're attempting to create only holds you back. If your identity is resistant to change, you might be too attached to the self you know, preventing you from engaging with the unknown. Self-awareness does this thing where you feel really good that you're learning new things. It overloads you with information about how your mind works, what triggers it, and how you can solve your problems. But it's a lot like learning stuff online. With all the resources and tutorials available, you get so distracted by the fancy theory and lessons available that when the time to put in actual work comes, you defer it with claims that you're just trying to find the perfect tutorial, a magical answer that can solve all of your problems and give you the skills that you're searching for. The hard truth that self-awareness hides from us is this.
We put too much of an emphasis on how we will solve an issue and what the best way to solve that issue is, to the point that we don't actually solve the issue. We explain the issue, we break down the issue, we try and find the perfect solution to get by that issue, but by the time that we have the plan and everything listed out, we think that we've already put in enough effort to say that we've completed it, or that we've gone around it, or that we've thought about it enough to the point that we're better, but we aren't. Or that, that we put so much effort into finding the perfect way to do it that we spend so much time away from actually doing it. I can relate to that on a more generic level of like activity, like planning something, like wanting to go do something. Like I've been saving up to go travel, and I have the means to do it, but I've been putting so much of an emphasis on planning that travel that I haven't traveled. I've been nowhere. I've got the resources to do it, and I haven't done it because I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing it perfectly. That's like a personal relation, a personal example, but it's a very generic, very outside myself example. There are a lot more examples where it is about you and less about what you're doing.
Some people would rather stay miserable in a story that makes sense to them.
How much longer does this have?
Than be happy in a way that contradicts what they believe to be true about themselves. Instead of a path towards a better life, they end up finding the perfect excuse for never moving forward. So, with that in mind, here's an uncomfortable question to ask yourself. Who benefits from your self-awareness? When you're up at 3 a.m., replaying conversations, correcting your appearance, and beating yourself up for not fitting in, someone out there is smiling, and I'm going to take a guess that that person isn't you. Living in a capitalistic system, there is no denying that your self-consciousness is a huge source of income to advertisers. If you spend any significant amount of time on the internet, you must have seen that advertisers are spending tons of money to constantly remind you of your shortcomings. Your face, well, it's not pretty enough. Buy this new makeup kit, though, that'll help. Your 3-year-old car is too old and rickety. Spend half your income paying this outrageous monthly car payment. Move out of your parents' house straight into a fancy luxury apartment. You're constantly being sold solutions to artificial problems. So of course you feel inadequate when you're not able to match a bunch of people that buy into the game of capitalism. Today, the self-improvement industry doesn't just sell anti-aging cream, it sells you something even harder to commodify, and that is your own potential. Coaching courses, blueprints, consulting, frameworks to model your personality around, they all promise to deliver the best version of you, a you that finally feels whole. But that version of you can never exist if you don't learn to accept yourself as a person, not just as a concept of a person. Obscuring your own emotions with fancy terms does not help you grow any faster than someone with zero self-awareness. It only makes you feel better mentally, but not emotionally. When the self-improvement industry tries to make you perpetually aware of your inadequacy, they do that because they know that satisfaction would be bad for business. Environments are designed to nudge you towards certain types of decisions. You're not anxious because you're self-aware. No, it's not that simple. You're self-aware because anxiety is profitable. The default state of inadequacy is a part of choice architecture. Everyone feels it in one way or another. You'll rarely find a truly satisfied person in our digital age. Problem to solution pipelines exist for the strangest things when you think about it critically. The process of self-improvement is ridiculously gamified nowadays, and don't get me wrong, to-do apps and journaling apps are great, but does your mental health really demand a monthly subscription for you to love yourself more? Really? Is the answer to your struggles growing a paid journaling app's digital pet on your screen? And sure, look, it sounds harsh for me to point this out, especially since it actually does help some people out. But the truth is that our environments created these problems in the first place, and then they turn around to sell expensive solutions to us. And all of this, everything that I've said so far, none of this.
Sorry, I promise I am paying attention.
Self-awareness is bad or that growth is impossible. It just means that we need to be a lot more careful about the content that we...
Yeah, I mean... A lot of self-awareness is pointing out your faults. When you hyperfixate on your faults, you fail to see the things that are good about you. And no, there's way more things that are good about you than there are that are bad about you. Way more. You know, because no one wants to improve on what's good. Everyone, because there's nothing to improve on, because it's already good. Everyone wants to improve on what's bad, but when you spend so much time focusing on what's bad about yourself, you're going to miss everything that's good. You're going to wonder constantly, how can people bear to be around you when they want to be around you because they see the good parts of you. Think about your perception onto anybody else. You can say good things about them. Can you say good things about yourself? How many good things can you say about someone else to yourself? Because I can say tons of good things about their friends, about family, about anything, about anyone else. But when it comes to me, I get looped in the same generic four or five good things about me. And often, the things that I label, the things that I say that are good about me are the fact that I am critical of myself. I'm always trying to be better. I'm always thinking of others. I'm hyper empathetic, but I'm only hyper empathetic because I'm constantly in my own head picking apart what's bad about me so that I can be more empathetic to other people, so that I can be more kind to other people, so that I'm not... But when you're doing that, you're failing to see how you're already kind, how you're already a good person. Because how often do you think about times where you've done good things for people, or for yourself, or for anyone, or for anything, to things that you've done wrong, at times that you've embarrassed yourself, that you've made a mistake, that you've said something wrong, that you've argued with someone that you didn't want to argue with? How many more times have you thought about them than you've thought about the kindness that you put to other people?
Consume on our journey towards improvement. So perhaps
it's important.
First truly
it's really
self-aware
important.
action to take isn't to analyze yourself more deeply, but rather it's to recognize who benefits from your analysis. Once you realize that, you can choose to refuse the transaction. That realization isn't something completely new. In fact, history shows that ideas of the self vary across cultures. In some places, the self is merely a distraction, not worth pursuing. When we think of Western civilization and her ideals, the earliest philosophers often come to mind. Figures like Socrates have played no small part in shaping society's core ideas. He promoted the belief that there is a real you buried somewhere underneath everything that the world assumes, and your job is to find it, to know yourself, and to be authentic. Was he right? Is our goal in life to know thyself and uncover our truth? If so, did our world evolve from this mentality? After all, therapy is not exactly new, and the people that shaped it were not perfect. Sigmund Freud is often credited as the father of psychoanalysis and a key figure that helped in shaping modern clinical psychology, and yet, he's the same person that introduced the concept of penis envy in young girls. Meanwhile, Socrates, in all his wisdom, claimed to have a link to the divine which guided him as a private inner voice that no one else could hear. Now, it might seem odd for me to point these things out about Western philosophy's biggest icons, but it does reveal a crack in our understanding. Western therapy developed itself.
I know what he's going to say, but I'm going to say it first. When you talk about self-bettering, therapy, for example, self-improvement, the frameworks that you're buying come from, in the capitalistic sense that he was talking about earlier, even normally now, like through social media or just through word of mouth, is that you're buying these plans, you're buying these ideas from non-perfect people, you're buying them from people who aren't you. How are other people's blueprints and plans and ideas and thoughts going to help you? They're not. The only person who can make yourself better is you, and that has to come from you. And you need to be able to see it objectively and not at a bias. And the bias I'm talking about is what I was talking about earlier, where you're constantly going to see faults instead of goods. You need to evaluate yourself properly and fairly. Because if you can't do that, which most people cannot and most people will not, and most people won't ever be able to, if you can't do that, then it's going to be no different than buying plans from someone who isn't you. And I'm going to let him say that now because I've just said it.
From a place that says find yourself. From people who never quite had a final answer for what a self even meant. None of this means that Western philosophy is worthless, but it does raise some questions. What if the idea of finding yourself is built on an assumption that isn't, in fact, universal? Eastern philosophy started from a different place. Therefore, it may hold the potential answers to issues that exist with self-awareness. So, the big reveal with Eastern philosophy is nothing. The self is an illusion and should be dissolved. In Buddhism, this concept is called anatta, or no self.
Yep.
It doesn't mean you don't exist. You do. But rather, Eastern philosophy doesn't pressure you to search harder, nor does it worry that you haven't found your authentic self yet. Instead, it presents a different way of thinking, one that rejects the idea of a permanent, unchanging you. You're not a statue waiting to be uncovered. You're more like a river, different from moment to moment, but possessing one name. This, in turn, reframes everything that we think we know. The West's search for meaning is much harder to justify today. Even mindfulness from the East has been rebranded into something that helps in our search for the self. Because of that, it's become a billion-dollar industry. Meanwhile, the version of mindfulness taught in Buddhism and other Eastern practices is not about how it leads to more material wealth. That's not why meditation is encouraged. The real purpose of meditating is not to create a calmer self. It's to realize that there is no
self. There is no self. I've researched Buddhism, so I do understand this part, where mindfulness is less about you as a whole. It's more about the moment you, because you're constantly changing. So why would you should not be focusing on the past you, which is even in 5 minutes ago, a minute ago you, or the future you in 30 seconds, in 60 seconds. It's the right here, right now, the constant being aware of what's around you, acknowledging what's around you, being in control of yourself. It is being in control of your present, essentially. There is no you. It's just because it's non-definitive. It doesn't have a shape. You is different in every second, in every microsecond, in every nanosecond. You're constantly aging. You're constantly changing. There is no self. There's only you, and you is a very loose term. You is a very non-shaped term. You is like he stated before, is the name of a river, but the water flowing through that river is never the same in any moment. It's never in the same position.
Self to calm. We are one with everyone and everything around us, a part of some greater whole. Yet, we turned a liberation practice into a tool for self-improvement. The Taoist philosopher Zhuangzi takes us even further. He didn't just point out that the self is an illusion. He actually said that the search for truth can become another cage. Pondering on whether he only dreamed he was a butterfly, or if he's a butterfly dreaming he's Zhuangzi, makes for a hilarious yet deep thought. You see, Zhuangzi himself didn't have an answer to this dream, and that was the point. Western philosophy demands, it screams for certainty, but Buddhism offers liberation through insight. Zhuangzi's answer is a shrug. Not an arrogant or a dismissive shrug, but a relieving one. He invites us to see that our desperation to cling to an idea of who you really are is simply another form of attachment. The self isn't solid, so trying to search for it is futile. Memory corruption, our performance of privacy. These aren't universal problems. Instead, they are symptoms of a culture that believes in a solid, findable self. If you don't believe in that concept to begin with, well, you won't feel as lost constantly. And yeah, it's humbling to accept this idea, especially when you're so attached to all that you already are and the idea of who you could be. But the truth is, if you're both the dreamer and the butterfly, well, why bother thinking about which one is the real you? Forgetting. Now, I'm not saying you should forget everything you know and go become a Buddhist. there is a value in both Western and Eastern philosophies. The real issue with self-awareness is that when it's all you ever think about, it becomes paradoxical. Observation changes what is being observed, and therefore you never truly get anything you were searching for in the first place. The truly terrifying aspect of self-awareness is this: the only way to find yourself is to lose yourself. So, what we're saying is, take risks, act, and learn to live without the constant narration or self-criticism, because the real you isn't the person you see in your reflection. It's the one dancing to the beat of life's drums when you forget to look. If you want to get better at being yourself without the constant self-criticism, one thing that I can't recommend enough is taking learning seriously. When you're consistently upgrading your thinking and expanding your knowledge, you build a quiet confidence.
You give your critic more tools to reach to the point where it isn't just picking apart thoughts. It's providing solid and accurate and good and helpful feedback and reasons and questions. It's learning and knowing is knowledge. Knowledge is the word I'm looking for. Knowledge is what will make you a better person. Will what help you not even find yourself, but be yourself.
There's a real sense of progress that makes you feel good about who you're becoming. And beyond that, the skills and insights that you pick up can genuinely change your life for the better. That's why I love Brilliant.
W video. Awesome sauce. That's awesome sauce. Honestly, I would that. What? I just moved my camera 300 kilometers off the screen. Awesome sauce. No, I fuck with that. I like that. I can't wait to put that up. That was awesome. I've really enjoyed that. That was great. That was. I don't really have anything else to say on that. I feel like I might have talked too much during that. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed listening to that. Honestly, I might listen to it again by myself and make out what I think that means, what they were going for. I kind of flip-flopped my position quite a bit while speaking on that, you know. And I'll have to think about that a little more. That was pretty heat, to be honest. I kind of fucked with that. I'm pretty sad that no one came into chat today, but that was awesome sauce. That was awesome sauce. All right. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely week. Have a lovely year. Have a lovely rest of your life, because it's the only life you'll have. GG's. GG no re. Good luck. Happy 6 p.m.